That sells for a fortune down in the city. Be careful.
This is Uri. I'm heading down to Station 16. Negative, I can't follow them down there.
There
New
is
monarchy
hope
runs
for
that
humanity yet. Guardians of Human.
Hello, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. This is Andrew IVIMEY over at the From Superheroes Network, and I'm live streaming some Destiny 2 tonight. Just being a dancing man, doing my little dance right now.
I guess it's official.
We're just gonna finish and setting up the stream and sending out the links, and then we'll do some missions. We'll show you a bit of Destiny 2. I have some opinions. I'll show you what's going on. Anyone who's thinking about picking it up, maybe get an impression. We'll talk about some things. Just gotta finish setting up the stream here.
That sells for a fortune down in the city. Be careful.
We live in dangerous times, Guardian. I hope you have something to say. Best cryptographers have never known by name.
All right, so we got the stream up. We're tweeting out the link here now, so that people will hop on board. And for anyone who joins in on the chat, Diana's operating the live chat here tonight. All right, so we're gonna do some damn things. So yeah, this is Destiny 2. Hello, live streamers who are on board, and hello, people who are watching this later. Show you what's going on. This is my character here, dope as hell, fresh to death, level 20, power level 253. Got this sweet little like Daft Punk helmet going on. Harder, better, faster, stronger. Like I'm ready to do the dang thing. I'm rocking the Titan subclass striker right now. I'm really enjoying the arc power level. All right, so I'm gonna talk about this a little bit, and then we're gonna go do a few missions. So yeah, this is Destiny 2. Most of you are familiar with it. A lot of you are playing it. It's a reasonably popular game from what I hear. But I got some opinions on this because I never actually played Destiny 1. So I kind of jumped into this one, unsure what to experience, and a little bit intimidated because there's a lot going on in this game series. And I'm still playing catch up on a lot of things. Like there is an assumption here that you've done a lot of homework, kind of an aggressive user interface. It's a game that doesn't really hold your hand for learning it and figuring out how this game works. So it's a bit of an aggressive game to kind of jump on board if you didn't play the first one, and I'm definitely finding that, but I'm kind of getting used to it here now. So if anyone was watching who was like thinking about picking it up, maybe you didn't play Destiny 1, I'm kind of in that same boat where it is kind of an aggressive interface where they don't really want to help you that much, and they expect you to do a lot of homework, but I'm feeling it. I'm having a good time despite any complaints that I have about the game. It's good so far. So yeah, right now my character is leveled up to the max. 20 is the maximum level of your characters here, and then it's all about your power level, which is just based on your gear, your weapons, your armor, your loadout, and what kind of stuff you got going on. So I'm at 253 right now, which I'm pretty happy with. This ain't bad. I got some dope stuff going on. But let's get into the action, and then we'll talk about stuff as we go on. What is it I need to do here? So for some of the higher end weapons, the legendary, which is the purple, and the exotic stuff, like my Daft Punk helmet, which is the yellow, I've got a legendary piece of equipment that I need to unlock by defeating Fallen with the Drang weapon, which is what I have equipped right here, and defeat a powerful Fallen with the Drang. So again, like, not playing Destiny 1, I'm still having trouble keeping up with the lore of this. So I'm going to try to unlock this weapon that I want to unlock by defeating some Fallen. And I'm going to do that by going to... I think Nessus is the planet with a good bit of Fallen. No, that's the Vex.
Who was that guy you were looking for?
Oh, which one is it that has all the Fallen? Is it Io? I'm going to go to Io. I think this is where the Fallen are. And either way, there's some missions here that I can do, so I might be able to complete a mission and kind of do that side quest in one go. Yeah, so this is the basic layout. You got different planets and places going on that you can travel around to. So yeah, different colonized planets in the system. I'm going to go to this moon of Jupiter, Io, and see if I can unlock this extra weapon and just do a little mission here. Let's see, this is Vex, Taken.
I need a break.
Copy that, Tower. He's headed that way.
Taken. All right, let's do this. I don't know if there's any Fallen on this planet, but we'll do at least one mission here and see how it plays out. So let's go to this landing zone. All right, so while the planet is loading, this is my dope little ship here. I'm going to say what's up to everybody in the chat here. Hey, John. Hey, Bell. Bell wondering how I'm liking this game so far. I'm really liking it so far. Like, it's hard for me to say that I'm not liking this game because I'm addicted to it. Like, I've been playing quite a few hours. I'm really grinding it out, and I'm sincerely, like, having fun pretty much around every corner. So it's weird that, like, it's not without criticism. I have a lot of criticism about this game, and there are definitely some real dumb problems, but I am having a lot of fun, and I don't regret purchasing it. So it's a real good game so far. I think a lot of the part where I'm not having fun is just kind of catching up with the lore, the world, the interface, how the game works, how the exotic weapons work, and your loadout and stuff, because they really do not help you adjust if you haven't played Destiny 1. So, yeah, I'm really liking it. Just a bit of an adjustment because I didn't play Destiny 1. John wondering if this is PS4 only. I'm playing it on PS4 right now. It's out right now for PS4 and Xbox, and it will be out for PC, but the PC release is going to be a little bit later, maybe a month. I don't know the exact date, but you can find that out. But yeah, the PC release will be coming out a little bit later. Yeah, and Bell asking about D1. Yeah, didn't play D1. And as a lot of people know, if you like checked out any of the news regarding D1, you know, like the press around it wasn't great. Not a lot of people were happy with D1 right out of the gate, but people grew to love it. But I think that initial press kind of kept me away from it because even though it became a great game, there were just so many problems and so many kind of red flags around it that it didn't sound like the type of thing that was for me. All right, so let's get into the action a bit here and do just a little adventure. So around the world, there's these little adventures that we can go on and investigate stuff. And yeah, like most like RPG games, they give you, as you can see here, like a recommended power level. The recommended power is 220. My character is at 253. So I'm a little bit overpowered, which is not too bad because when I'm alone, at least this will make it a bit easier because I don't have a team with me here. So let's do this.
Hey, Asher, are you picking up anything strange on channel J1869? Sounds kind of like music.
Yeah, looking at the chat, D1 definitely started out with some bumps. Some bumps just being little hiccups that did not work out well for them. And got them some bad press, just things did not work right.
Back to the source.
and folks in the chat who are watching as well, let me know. This is our first live stream on the Sketch from Superheroes channel. We're going to be doing a few more things like this, so this is our first kind of foray into this experience. If the audio level's off, if you want the game a little louder, or me a little louder, or anything like that, just feel free to leave a comment. Let us know what's up. All right, so now my mission here, now that I've activated this, is to identify the source of this transmission. So my little compass in the top left is going to guide me there. I'm going to collect that real quick. What I just grabbed, that was a little planetary resource. So you collect enough of those and you get kind of, I forget what the technical term is. I'm just going to call it street cred, basically, so that you can cash it in with people later to get stuff. Yeah, so I got 2 weapons right now. This is kind of an automatic rifle that I got. And then this is an exotic weapon. It's like a golden gun pistol. Does quite a bit of damage, as you can see. All right, where am I going here? The navigation system isn't too bad. So the compass in the top left, the little arrow gives me a general direction of where I'm headed. And if you press the console button on the center button on your controller, it brings up your what's called your ghosts, these little floating things that give you information and assistance as the game goes on. And that'll give you like extra dots and let you know what's up and find your way.
Thing, or is it scanning them?
Well, I don't care what's going on. I'm throwing a grenade in there. So screw you guys. Okay.
There's a message encrypted in this music. Got it. Some kind of quotation. Real things in the darkness seem no realer than dreams. Asher, can you run an archive query for us? Asher. Channel's down. I'll run the query myself.
Bell wanted to know if I'm going to play Lego Star Wars. I didn't have any plans to play the new one, but I definitely might check it out at some point. I played some of the old Lego Star Wars and really enjoyed it.
Arrival in this solar system. They're old. Maybe we activated some kind of high-tech time capsule.
Yeah, I think I played the first one, and maybe I played the... I forget which Lego Star Wars that I played. I definitely played a bit of the one based around Episode 7 as well. This is another thing that's going on in the world of Destiny 2, for those of you wondering what's up. I'm going to grab this real quick. Little loot boxes hidden around the world that give you some stuff. So in Destiny 1, one of the big complaints that a lot of people talked about that kept me away was lack of story, lack of letting you know what's up. In Destiny 1, like a lot of the lore and story, character and world building was all done through little collectibles that you would then open through your Destiny app that were like trading cards that you would read. I don't know, I didn't do it myself, but just a lot of people complained about it, and it sounded like some pretty big bullshit to get to understand the world that you were playing a game in. You had to open your phone and just read a bunch of text. But now they have these little things around the world that you'll get a little pop-up in the top right corner of the screen, that little ghost logo letting you know there's something nearby you can investigate. And you can go up to it, send your little ghost in to check it out, and it'll give you a little background lore of like what that object is and kind of what's up in the world.
I don't think the Taken will go without a leader for long. Someone will try to take control. But when they do, we'll be there to stop them.
Oop. That double jump was bad. I love that the direction for this mission is to follow the music, but the game is still composed and has regular music over it. feel like another game would probably not tell you the direction to go in to do this mission, but just kind of do a subtle background music cue to give you something to track. So surely this is what I'm enjoying about the game too. Is like that's an actual user over there. There was they're gone. There was another person over here just bumping into people in the real world and doing. They have what are called public events, which are just things that kind of randomly happen that you can join in with strangers to defeat. This thing seems a little far away, so what I'm going to do is once you're at level, I think it happens a little bit before level 20, but you get your Sparrow, which is this little vehicle here, which I have, and I'm going to summon, and this is just a quicker way to kind of get around the map. Yeah, I don't think they give you this until pretty late in the leveling up. Not late in the game, because this is kind of now where the real game is, which is screwing around, doing these little missions, doing stuff online, running into people. In my case, literally running into someone just now. A random person there just got killed, so I'm just going to hop off this Sparrow, revive this person, just do a little friendly help to a stranger, and help kill some of these taken. Because these are exactly what I needed to do, specifically with this gun. I feel like I killed too many of them too quickly with that grenade, and everybody else did the work. I don't think I got the kills with this gun, which is something that I needed to do.
Let us both resume our tasks.
All right, so John asking about PvP. PvP, it's kind of tough to say. It both is and isn't part of the main game. So there are PvP options. You can go online. You can play death matches, team death matches, that kind of stuff. Capture the flag type maps. So there is PvE options. They're not mandatory, I wouldn't say. A lot of the fun of this game is playing with friends. I played through pretty much all of the story solo, and then started doing a lot of the extra stuff going around with friends once everyone that I know had kind of leveled up and we were all on the same page. But one thing that I will show you here is that if we open up the map, I'm going to press L2 and bring up what's called milestones. So these milestones, these change every week. So every week they're giving you new goals to obtain, which will give you things like additional XP, points to spend to level up your character. But more specifically, what you're really trying to get is rare, exotic, and legendary gear. So special armor and weapons and things that are going to be really cool to play with and make your character more powerful and fun. So the top milestone there, Call to Arms, it says win glory by participating in Crucible matches. Crucible is what they call their online stuff. That's their PvE. So you don't have to do it, but they try to come up with... The game does do a clever job of trying to come up with as many incentivization and ways as possible for you to play everything that this game has to offer and kind of get the most juice out of the game. So yeah, you don't have to, but if you do, you get additional XP, powerful and exotic gear, and if you really want to kind of do everything that you can do and get all the cool stuff, then you'll want to. But it's definitely not mandatory or required. If online killing other people in death match isn't your thing, no, you don't have to do that. You can wander around alone. You can meet up with some random friends and screw around. Whatever it is that you feel, you can do. Okay. So now I am supposed to follow the broadcast and listen for music. So I think now I am supposed to just kind of listen carefully to what's going on, which is not easy to do when a bunch of enemies just spawned in. I'm going to kill these guys real quick. Who is shooting? Oh, there's a guy in a tank over here. So yeah, this is just a random person online. I have no idea what they're doing. They're on their own mission. And they just helped me out by shooting a couple things with the tank. Now I'm going to come over and shoot these things with this person. Not that they need my help because they're using a tank. I can hear the music now. I don't know if you guys can hear it through me chatting. All right, so that's where I need to go, but I'm going to do that in a second. I'm going to help out this dude here first by killing these things, or helping him kill these things. I'm going to take out my grenade launcher here. Oh, they're moving. Some of the enemies can just teleport, but also sometimes when that random person I bumped into completes their event or takes down the big bad, then the rest of the little bads will disappear. I'm going to run and grab this real quick. This is more of that planetary element that I was mentioning earlier. You collect enough of these, as well as pretty much everything on a given planet does the same thing, whether it's completing a mission or collecting stuff. Eventually you can cash it in with a person to get some cool stuff.
Encoded here. Misdirected by accident or intent, intelligence can foster its own ecstasies of growth and decay. The weird thing is this audio file was just updated. So, this can't be a time capsule. Someone's trying to talk to us. No, something. This has to be an AI, right? Old Golden Age AI, like failsafe.
All right, just going to take a second here to check out the chat. I'm going to move a little bit away from that so that's not so loud. All right, cool. So John is into the PvE action. Yeah, they got that going on, John. So that's Zachary saying Zachary loves our videos. Thank you very much, Zachary. I hope you you like this one. This is like if you love our videos, you know that we've been doing the sketch comedy stuff, and we're still going to have that. But now we're just trying to do more stuff for everybody. So we'll still have a new sketch every month. But we're going to add things like this, like video game live streaming, and just some talking head editorial stuff as well. Amory Avery running Daredevil versus Punisher. Who would win? I mean, Daredevil's got the heart. It depends on whether or not planning was involved. Punisher's like Batman with bullets. If there's planning involved, Punisher's got it. Fist to fist, Daredevil got it. Yeah, I would, and John, I would say this is an MMO FPS kind of hybrid. It really does feel like an MMO, which I think is a lot of the reason why I didn't play it for a long time. Is that nothing but love and respect for MMOs and for people who play them. But I just kind of fall into that sinkhole, and I don't really love games that give me homework. Anytime someone recommends a game to me and they say, this is a great game, you're going to get the most out of it if you have your computer with these different websites open while you play it. Nah, I don't usually like having websites open doing homework while I'm playing a game. I want to just have the game take me through the world for me. That's just because those type of games just aren't for Andrew. I'm not knocking you if that's what you're into, but that type of stuff just isn't for Andrew. All right, so I got to follow the music again. So, yeah, when I open up my Ghost, it gives me these little dots and tells me where to go. Summon my vehicle, try to get there a little quicker. So yeah, I've been saying a lot of positive stuff so far for the game, like having a really fun time. Like that random person with a tank was fun as hell. Just killing those enemies were good. The gunfighting feels like satisfying, and yeah, just like strong feedback. I really like how the fighting is done. Little stuff this game does that kind of bothers me that they get wrong, like even the little compass in the top left. It's basically a motion detector. Like, it'll tell me where enemies are coming from. It's a small thing. It bothers me that they do not have a northeast-southwest indicator on that compass. That it's a compass that doesn't have north, which is a thing compasses are traditionally known for having. That's kind of the big thing with compasses, is letting you know where north is. So when you're playing online with friends and stuff, I'll find myself sometimes looking at enemies like this, and I'll say to friends in chat, I'll be like, all right, we got a bunch of enemies coming in from, and I want to give them a direction, but I have no ability to do so. I just have to be like, enemies coming in from that little cliff face. Underneath the cliff, there's like a little pillar there. I got to like vaguely describe things, which is not great for fast and clean online communication with friends. It's not like if anyone plays like a PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, where you're like, yeah, it's northeast, heading 130 from my position, 100 yards. It's a little more aggressive with finding things. This music is starting to sound like an episode of Firefly. Boom. And so you have a bunch of different types of characters that you can create, and each character has a different type of subclass. Right now, the type of subclass that I am is a striker, which is an arc subclass. It kind of benefits the type of play style of me kind of wildly running in and doing damage. These guys are in a trance over the music. I get it. It's gentle. It's soothing. Who doesn't love this? But my subclass kind of benefits if I run in and punch someone to death, my health starts regenerating immediately. And if I have a certain ability full and I punch someone to death, it automatically reloads my gun without having to go through the reload motion. I know they're evil robots, but just knowing that they're in a trance over this soothing music makes me feel bad about killing them. But, you know, you gotta do it.
They're asleep. The music must have
That was a really mean time for my ghost to remind me they're asleep. Come on, Ghost. You saw me shoot these guys in the head while they're sleeping. So I can investigate this. This is just a little bit of world backstory when it says investigate, so this isn't part of the mission. The mission is that object there.
Someone's been tampering with this access point to allow Exos to interface with the Vex network.
Before I open this up, just one other thing that I was going to say that I feel like is some poor design and like just the game not walking you through stuff. So this little purple box, when you kill enemies, they drop ammunition and other stuff. Purple box is ammo for your what's called your power weapon. So the one that I have equipped is a grenade launcher. So it does some pretty heavy damage. I mean, it's a grenade launcher. You know how grenade launchers do. Purple is the ammo that loads your power weapon, which are like grenade launchers, rocket launchers, sniper rifles, shotguns. White ammo loads your kinetic weapon, which if you know what the word kinetic means, it's just anything that's kinetic energy. It's a regular bullet. It's just bullet weapons. So white stuff is your bullet weapons, your regular bullet gun bullets. And then there's also green ones, which is your energy weapon, which this one here, if you look in the bottom left, you'll see has a little fire next to it. So that's going to shoot fire bullets, basically. But it's stuff that isn't intuitive. It doesn't tell you this. Like, once you're in your character sub-menu, purple means something completely different. Purple means that a weapon is legendary, but it doesn't mean that the weapon is a power weapon. But in the ammo, purple means power weapon. Just some stuff like that where I'm like, there's a lot of poor design here where I'm like, this is not really well done. Just color coding to make everything kind of simple and intuitive. And it kind of goes back to what I was saying of kind of aggressive user interface, that it assumes that rather than you learning by playing the game, that you've been learning by spending a lot of time on the Reddit and playing Destiny 1 and just kind of figuring this out as you go. All right, let's examine this here.
This one says, once war has been undertaken, no peace is made by pretending there is no war. What does that mean? By pretending there is no war? I'm not sure I like the new guy.
All right. So just hey to everyone who's new in the chat. Hey Sam and Berserk and everybody else. I feel like there's some new people popping in here. Welcome. All right, let's go follow this music again. And so, like, as much as like I criticize that, like, it's a bit aggressive and not super helpful to new players to the game who didn't play Destiny 1, I feel like this game made a very unpopular decision in the fact that they're trying, though. It's much more welcoming than Destiny 1 was. they're trying to invite new people
Is
in,
anyone
and I feel
here?
like a lot of the old Destiny 1 players kind of resent it, and a lot of the new Destiny 2 players, like myself, still think it's not helpful enough. Like, I've seen a lot of players kind of I've seen a lot of players kind of complain about how like the story missions take too long and the story missions shouldn't be there, and because there really wasn't much story in the first one, and people didn't really care about that, and now they're saying it takes too long to like level up and do all the story before they get to the part where they're playing online with friends, which is where the heart of the first one really was. So a lot of Destiny 1 players are kind of like mad about the route that this one takes. I like it. I find it's more welcoming to a new player to have these traditional missions that kind of take you through like a 3-act structure of do this, then this, then this. And there you go. You've learned a little bit about the world. You've explored a bit more. John talking about how I'm using Goldfinger's gun. Yeah, that's definitely. I don't even think the game is trying to hide being like, yeah, this is just straight up the Goldfinger gun. Berserk wondering if D2 was worth purchasing. I think it is. I think it is. Like I said, it's not without problems, but I've cranked a lot of hours into this over the past week. I'm having a ton of fun. When I'm not playing it, I find myself just wanting to get back to it and play more. I find myself like wanting to really like level up and grind and get better gear and go do fun stuff with friends.
Really disappointed if this is all just an elaborate trap to kill us.
So yeah, like I have nitpicky complaints and stuff about it, and it's not perfect, but I keep playing it. I'm addicted to it, and I do not regret spending money on it. That's for sure. These guys are bugging out, huh? The music is making them weird. Boom. Yeah, so that was a special punch kill. So when I punched that guy, it automatically reloaded my weapon, which is one of the benefits of my subclass. I'm gonna punch this dude, pow, and I just used it again, so that reloaded my weapon for me. I also have, as far as other abilities go, I'll show you guys what's up here. I also have this little shield, which I can pop behind. So it protects me. It's basically the only thing in the game that does a live cover system, almost more like a Gears of War than a Destiny, where it's just a traditional live cover. But the benefit of this is that when I duck behind it, it auto reloads my weapons. All right, I'm going to use my super here, which is this kind of, I bash lightning and just run into the fray and punch the hell out of people. Kick them. This is the kind of subclass that I am, where I just run into the fray, no concern for my own safety, and just do the dang thing. This guy's really up in my biz, but I'm going to hit him with a grenade, and that'll do it. The grenade launcher is one of the weapons in the game that has taken me the most time to adjust to. I still don't know if I like it or if it's going to be a weapon that's kind of my jam, but basically, like, they're grenades, but they just bounce everywhere. Like, if you miss the person by a millimeter, they just bounce all over the place, and it almost feels like you're shooting a tennis ball more than a grenade. But this particular grenade launcher, when you shoot it, I can hold the button, and whenever I hold the trigger button to shoot one, and whenever I release the trigger button, that's when that grenade explodes. So I can kind of control when it's going to pop off. So I'm going to purposefully, like, just miss one here, or not, because I'm going to need them, because holy shit, this is a big boy. That was a big boy right there. Woo. Okay, things are getting heated. I'm just going to kind of fall back a little bit and get this little live cover going. And wait a little bit for that healing to pop up. And so, yeah, now I can use this live cover to protect me a bit. And also with the live cover, anytime I duck behind it, it reloads instantly and automatically, which is nice. Hey, big guy. Ooh, cool it, big fella. Holy crap, this is really, this is getting live. John mentioning that I need sticky grenades. The grenades that you throw, you can use, one of the options you can choose is a sticky grenade. The grenade launcher grenades, I'm sure that there's probably like an exotic or rare version of the weapon that you can find or earn throughout the game that has a sticky version. But the ones that I have, they just bounce like crazy. But yeah, the regular throwable grenades that you have in the game, you can choose sticky ones, and those are function almost more like a video game grenade should, where it lands, there's a thud, like an object that is made of metal, and it explodes. Where is the thing? All right, so Sam wondering what all of the status bars are, what's health and what's shield and what's all that jazz. I will show you here now. It's one of those games where the user interface kind of cleans up as soon as enemies aren't around and you aren't getting shot. But the one in the bottom left, so the one right above where you see my weapons and those little blue squares, that bar that is currently white, that's your super ability. It fills up slowly with time, and as you kill people, it fills up a little bit faster. And depending on which type of character you create, there's certain tasks you can do that fill it up a little bit faster. Like my character, anytime I get a grenade kill, it fills up a little bit faster. And in a second, it's going to be fully filled. There we go, supercharged. And now it's yellow, and that means that I have my super maneuver, which was me a second ago, just like hammering lightning fists down on people. So that's my current subclass is super maneuver. So that's the meter in the bottom left. And once we're in the fray, I'll show you the other ones, which is basically like top center is going to be where your health is. And then it goes down and gets red to give you a warning. And if you chill for a minute, it's a regenerative health bar. It'll just kind of build itself back up. But depending on your subclass, like mine, if I punch kill someone, it starts regenerating my health right away. So I don't need to like do that hide behind cover and wait. So my subclass, it's kind of beneficial for me to like just run in like a lunatic, and I try to like shoot the big ones as much as I can. And if they're hurting me, I'll just punch little like weaker enemies to death, and that'll get my health recharging. Perfect. So I just got all the rewards, and that was the end of that mission. So you'll see on the right there, I just got clan XP as well. So that's another thing that you can do in this game. Once you're after level 20, you can join a clan or start a clan with friends. Which, if you played any other online games or MMORPGs and things, you get the concept of a clan. Again, I was kind of mentioning earlier how this game does everything to kind of encourage you to get the most juice out of the game and do everything the game has to offer. So when I bring up what's called the director, which is just where their map is and their destinations and friends who are online. When I bring this up, I'm going to hit L2 for milestones, and you'll notice at the bottom there, Clan XP. So every week that kind of resets. If you get 100% Clan XP for the week, then you level up as a clan. It gets you cool new bonuses and benefits and extra gear and exotic weapons and powerful weapons and all kinds of cool stuff like that. So you don't have to join a clan. You don't have to start a whole thing with the friends. But if you do, you can get a few extra benefits, a little more juice out of it, a little bit of extra gear. And it's also just kind of like a fun way to encourage competing and playing with friends. All right, so we're going to go do another thing in a second. But before we do that, I'm going to check in with the chat here. So Berserker wondering if I'm going to be playing the new Spider. Actually, while I'm checking the chat, I'm just going to bust a move here. This is also one of my favorite things about this game, which is just doing the dance emote. Also, my character looks amazing. I got this gotta get out here in the light. I got this dope like pink and red pearlescent like metallic shiny. Anyway, so yeah, Berserk wondered if I'm going to be playing the new Spider-Man. I for sure am going to be playing the new Spider-Man when it's released. I'll be playing it. I'll be live streaming it. It's going to be great. The Spider-Man 2 game associated with the Spider-Man 2 movie, which was on PS2, I think, at the time, was like one of the dopest games in the world. John is wondering what is... hang on now, let me scroll back up here just a tiny bit. Who or what is delivering the narrative in the bottom center. So that is what's called your ghost. So in this world, you are a guardian. So basically, my character and everyone else playing online, we're a guardian. We're like a super-powered warrior race who can be resurrected by what's called the Traveler, which is this being of light that came from space. And most of the narrative is delivered by what's called your ghost, which is this little orb here floating above my hand. So this is basically like my little helper buddy. This is, I believe it's voiced by voice actor Nolan North, who I think is legally required to be in every video game ever. So this little ghost is kind of who talks to head office, but like your crew and stuff like that. So Ghost is the one who's delivering all the narrative. Your character in this game is kind of a silent protagonist. Like whoever you create doesn't actually ever say anything. It's a silent hero, kind of Half-Life Gordon type thing that you're meant to kind of imply yourself or whoever you want on it. And it's this little AI character that does most of the talking for you. So I'm checking out what's going on. No Peter Dinklage this time. What's up, photo guy? No, Peter. Peter Dinklage was the ghost in the first game, who is now Nolan North, because I think the first game got in trouble for legally not having Nolan North as a voice in the video game, which is required from everywhere. Why is there dancing? Sam, there's always dancing. There's always going to be dancing. Like most MMORPGs, there's emotes, so I can bump into someone, I can do a little dance. I can do a little huddle up gesture. That's my special emote. Yeah. So there's 3 default emotes that you can't change. The right D-pad does dance, up does a salute, and down does a take a knee. And then you can unlock special emotes by doing missions. You can buy them and things like that. And one of the ones that I've unlocked is this huddle up gesture. John met Nolan North at Comic-Con. Yeah, Nolan North is he's a legend. He has to be in every video game for a reason, because he's good. All right, so now let's go do this. Let's go do a incoming public event. So I'm going to hope other people are going to be here to help out with this. It starts in 3 minutes, so that's perfect time to kind of check up with the chat and everything that's going on. So I'm just going to fast travel over to this little area here. Actually, the second that I did, I realized maybe I shouldn't have done that. I got 3 minutes until this public event, so I think I'll show you guys one other thing here. As long as this loads quickly, which it does usually when you're traveling within the planet. I am going to quick travel over to this one here. So John asking about public events. The public events asking if they have bigger bosses and more loot. Yes and no. They have bigger bosses and more loot than just doing like the story missions for the most part. So they're a little bit tougher, a little bit of better rewards, but they're not the highest on the scale. So like on the scale of hierarchy, these little yellowy orange ones, these are your story missions. They do pretty good. These little markers here with the countdown, that's your public event, so that you can kind of just randomly do with strangers who are walking by. And there's public events always have 2 different ways to complete them. You can just shoot it and get it done, and you get rewards. But there's also heroic public events where you have to do something special during the event to activate what's called the heroic version, which is usually like even crazier. But then there's quests, which are even tougher. There are things like the strikes, which are very difficult. And then they have weekly challenges are going to be introduced. So things like you see Nightfall there under milestones. That's crazy difficult. So they definitely have like something for everybody. So what I wanted to show you before I go do this public event real quick is that every planet essentially has like one interactable character on there. So when you collect resources on that planet, do cool stuff on that planet, complete missions on that planet, that's who you go to, and you can give them the stuff you've collected. So I'm going to give them these tokens. and I'm going to give him these phase glass needles, which are the little like resources I found around. And then there's this little bar up here, and once that fills, it gives me reputation with this guy, the more stuff that I do for him and bring to him. Once it fills, he gives me some rare gear and some special stuff. So basically, I just try to collect and bring him as much as possible in order to fill that out, and then I get a free thing. So every planet, you don't need to worry about like, oh, do I collect enough resources? Do I do the missions? Should I do public events? Just do stuff. You'll get stuff. You bring the stuff to the planet's person, and they give you stuff. Like it's a lot of people overcomplicate it, but that's really as simple as a system as they make it. So now let's quick travel over again real quick and get over to this public event, which is happening right now. Berserk wondering how long I've been playing video games and that I seem experienced. Thank you, Berserk. I mean, I've been playing video games my whole life. Haven't really been like a live streamer YouTube person until like the past year where I goof around a little bit on my own channel. But no, I just love and respect video games, so I guess I got a few things to say about them. I'm also just an opinionated dude. Collect that real quick. All right, so I'm going to go over now to this public event. Is it happening? Yeah, it's happening. All right, so this is a little unfortunate. It seems like I am the only one here at this public event. This happens every once in a while, where you'll be the only one here, but sometimes random strangers might show up midway through that are kind of wandering by doing their own mission and decide to help out. I'm about to die, though, so I got to get out of these giant laser beams that are about to come down. All right, so I need to essentially override this by staying inside this white circle. But obviously these dudes are going to want me out of the circle. And also every now and then these little like red lines come down from the sky, and if you're standing in those, you're about to get just eviscerated. Because there's a ship above us that's also trying to blow me out of this little area as well. Oh, am I in the red? No, I'm good. So you'll notice on the left there when it tells me about what's going on, it says Guardians overriding 1 out of 1. So if there were other people here doing this public event, it would go a little bit faster than its current speed. So I'm actually going to step out of the circle a little bit here now and try to kill this big guy. There we go. So yeah, top center there, you see that's my health bar. I know I was saying earlier that it's hard to show unless you actually get injured. And you just saw it healing for a second until this guy creeped up on me. But I'm going to punch him, and it starts healing back immediately. So that's one of the bonuses of my the character I created, my subclass, essentially. I'm going to run out of the circle real quick, though, and take care of these guys, because I hate these snipers. They make it a huge pain, because I'm not rocking anything with that much range right now. And also, I don't have time to just be sniping at people from a distance while I'm trying to deal with this chaos over here. Okay, I've got to get out of here because I am starting to hurt. I'm going to punch that dude to heal. Come on, come on. Oh, hello, big boy. Hello, big boy. Get out of there, big boy. Ooh, you're a tough guy, huh? Okay. Got to heal, so I'm going to punch him to death. Okay, and I'm dead. But not that big a deal. If there are more people around in this public event, they could revive me, but I could just respawn myself, and it just spawns me a little bit further away. The more you die, my loot won't be as good for completing this thing, but you know, it is what it is. All right, all right, all right. I'm gonna collect this. The purple stuff is that good grenade. Whoa, okay, I'm using my special here. Oh, okay, that did not do good. That's one of the downsides of this class and subclass that I chose, is that you kind of run into the fray and do stuff, but when you're not part of a big old team, it means you're just kind of running into your own death sometimes. I know we got a few comments in the chat. I'll have a look at that there in a second. This thing's popping off here. I want to override this lander, and then we'll talk a little bit more about what's going on. If I see one more dude with a shield up, I'm going to explain how shields work a little bit. Come on, get out of there. Hello, friend. Get out of here, friend. Oh, shit, I'm in the red. Gotta get out of the red. Gotta get out of the red. But I also really would like to punch someone to death so I can start healing. That's perfect. Get out of there. Ooh, big boy coming in. Big boy coming in. Oof, oof, oof. Oof, boof. Oh, I only got 2 seconds left. I did not manage to accomplish this.
That's right. Take your lander and run.
I do not think the Cabal run so much as leap. Strive for precision, assistant.
So I failed that public event. So it's not too bad. So essentially that public event would have been easier if I bumped into more people or if I was playing online with friends and had a full squad with me. But the one thing that's nice about this game is just for fighting in those public events, essentially for taking part in them, or any of the missions, really, but the public events are the big example. Even if you fail, you still get loot and stuff out of it. You just don't get as good, nowhere near as good stuff as you would get for winning and successfully completing the event. All right, so now that that event is over, that got a little crazy, but let's check the chat here. The photo guy wondered about the AI. The AI is not particularly intelligent in this game. Like, you know, it's definitely not like a Tom Clancy game or anything where they're using strategy or trying to flank you or anything like this. So I'm not going to say the AI is bad. I'm going to say, like, it's intentionally bad, that, like, these enemies and villains, their primary obstacle is that they're numerous. And they're just more powerful, and they become more numerous. And that's the challenge with them. At no point are they meant to be a hide behind cover, try to snipe them, they're trying to flank you kind of intellectual or strategic villain in any way. They really kind of just run towards you, shoot at you. Every once in a while, they'll find cover if you're defeating them. Some of them have different weapons, like this guy's got a shield. They have different fighting styles. But I wouldn't describe it as, like, intelligent combatants or sharp AI. But I wouldn't use that as a critique either, because they're not particularly trying to be. Yeah. All right, so now that we got a second here, I'm going to check out my gear. Yeah, there's going to be no one around that shoots me, right? Well, there might be a couple people around, it would seem. I'm just going to hide a little bit because this is like an always online game where there's constantly shit going on. If I pause to, like, check, there's no real pause. Like, if I check my loadout and change my weapon, shit's still going on. I can get shot, I can get killed. Things can get messy. Okay. So, yeah, I mentioned that you got 3 different kinds of weapons in this game. You got your kinetic, which is your bullet-based weapon, just shoots your standard bullets. It's a metal thing that shoots towards a person and hurts them because it's metal moving fast. So that first slot is your kinetic one. I got an auto rifle in there right now. These are some of my other, like, legendary rarer weapons that I'm hanging on to right now. Got your secondary, which is your energy weapon, which someone is shooting me while I'm looking at my weapons. They're super far away, so I'm just going to crouch behind the thing better. Threat radar. There is threat radar. Well, if you look in the top left for John's question, top left of the screen, there is threat radar. That will, little red blips on the map will show you where enemies are and where they are coming from. I was mentioning earlier that I don't really think, so you see the little red bit on the map there now. So it shows me where they are. As I get closer, it kind of shows me the full field of where that threat is. I was mentioning earlier that I was kind of criticizing it just because it bothers me that the fact that the compass does not have a north bearing. So if I'm playing online with friends, I can't really give them heads up or information as to where I found something or someone, but it still gives me a red blip and lets me know where enemies are. So yeah, there's a little bit of a heads up there, a little bit of a threat radar, if you will. Yeah, so yeah, you got your kinetic, you got energy weapons, which have like a fire or like different types of attacks. Your power weapon, your grenade launchers, your big boys. This is where you put your big boys for your big boy problems. And then for your armor, you got like a little, basically fashionable thing. This is my Titan mark, which is this little cloth draped around me. There's different styles of it. Basically like a little butt cloth or a little genital cloth that is like some Sub-Zero Scorpion Mortal Kombat type thing. You can customize all of this too with like different paints and colors. So like right now, these leg pieces are better armor for me. But also, this looks dope. I can collect different what's called legendary shards, which are these here, which allows me to kind of like combine them so I can bring the level of this up to this by destroying this one. So this is where I talk about like the game getting complex and they don't really walk you through or really kind of help you figure out the system whatsoever. But essentially, I like the way this looks. I want to keep this, but this is more powerful. So I can kind of combine them together, keep the look of this one, and gain the power of that one. But I just need these things called legendary shards to do it. And to get legendary shards, all of the weapon stuff in my inventory, I can dismantle it and destroy it. And to get legendary shards, I have to dismantle or destroy this purple stuff, which is legendary items. Yeah, that's just some of the base stuff there. I think we'll go do a couple more things before we call it a night. We've been streaming for about an hour here now. Just going to check in on the stream one more time. All right, so I was just checking in on the chat real quick, seeing what's up. Wondering if I saw the new Star Wars trailer. I did not. I'm very excited for the new Star Wars, but I don't usually go crazy for the trailers, just because I don't want that much spoiled for me or kind of like hyping me up. I even find it amazing that they even still bother making trailers for Star Wars. Like we're gonna go see it. Like literally, if the trailer for Star Wars was just a 5-second ad. And it was just Mark Hamill in an old chair sitting down just going, Star Wars, it's coming out this Christmas. And then just the title Star Wars came up. Like, that's all people really need at this point. I mean, like, they do a good job with the trailers and they look cool and all that. But yeah, I don't really get too hyped for the new trailers. All right, so one thing that I want to do, and it seems like this just wasn't the planet for it because I'm having a tough time remembering where everybody is that in my inventory, I have this quest, which is I need to kill a bunch of enemies called the Fallen, and I need to kill the Fallen with this gun. So I need to kill Fallen with this gun. Now the problem is, I kind of remember which like species the Fallen is, but I don't really remember what planet they're located on. Like, each planet has a little bit of every species of villain, but each planet is kind of a little bit more specific for one type of villain. And I can't remember which planet is for who. So the Vex, I remember, are the robot people. So this planet is big with the robot peeps. I'm currently on Io, which seems to be good for what's called the... are they the Fallen? They're the Taken. There we go. So this planet seems to be big with the Taken. So, if this is the planet that's big with the Taken, this is the planet that's big with the Vex, then maybe the Fallen are the ones on either Titan or Earth. I'm gonna go with Earth. I'm gonna see what happens here on Earth, and see if I can kill a few of those type of people. with that type of gun. There is a public event on Earth. It's a weird sentence to say. Yeah, there's a lot of public events happening on Earth. But there is a public event on the video game concept of Earth starting in 3.5 minutes. So I'm going to travel here and do that. Other fun stuff for the game that doesn't really have like a big impact as well. It's just like John saying Earth looks like a shithole. It does. Earth is not doing good. Like this is a bad time for humanity. All right, so here's a weird thing that I feel about this game. So I know some of you in the chat, a lot of you in the chat are kind of like asking a lot of questions about this game, as in the idea of like maybe you'll pick it up, maybe you won't pick it up, but you're not like hardcore Destiny peeps. But one thing that blows my mind about this game is actually, John, it's Europe. This is the European Dead Zone. The main premise of this game is that there's this big orb of light called the Traveler that comes to Earth and changes everything. Essentially, like, gives human beings these little, like, floaty things called ghosts and gives them new guardians who can resurrect and never die. And it has energy and creates what's called a golden age for humanity, colonizes new planets. This giant glowing orb called the Traveler is dope. People love the Traveler. And then, like, 5 different villains start showing up because they hate the Traveler, or they want to capture the Traveler, or they want the Traveler's energy, or they just want to be the Traveler. Like, there's lots of reasons that people start showing up and bringing heat to Earth. And in this game, you're trying to protect the Traveler and obviously protect humanity to a certain degree as well. But everyone's still talking about the Traveler like it's a god and revered and all that stuff. I think the Traveler's kind of a dick and the villain in this story. Like, the Traveler brought all of this shit to Earth. Like, everyone loves the Traveler and is like, oh, the Traveler knows all and is great and takes care of us because it gave us a golden age for a minute. But, like, if I was being chased by the mob, the Yakuza, a paramilitary organization, the government, all of whom wanted me, everything that I own, and for everyone I know to die. And while I was on the run from all of those groups, I came and stayed at your house. Your house. And I fixed up your house. Maybe I fixed your car. I gave the place a new coat of paint. I really took care of things. But then the mob, the Yakuza, a paramilitary organization, and the government show up trying to kill you, burn down your house, take your car, and capture me. You wouldn't think I was an awesome house guest because I painted your house and took care of things. You'd be like, Andrew's kind of a dick because he brought all of this shit to my world. And I feel like that about the Traveler. Like, the Traveler's who gives your character's powers and does all of this stuff, but I feel like the Traveler's also the one who brought this shit. Like, the Traveler did this to us. All right, so apparently those purple guys that I were killing are not the Fallen. So now I really need to know who the Fallen are. It really bothers me that I'm not killing the right people for this mission. I'm just going to real quickly Google search the Fallen. Which species is the Fallen?
Looks like the Fallen are bringing in a glimmer drill.
They just said Fallen. Okay. Well, that pisses me off. Okay, so these purple ones are Fallen. And in order to accomplish this mission, I need to defeat multiple Fallen with the Drang, which is this gun, without reloading. And I need to defeat a powerful Fallen with a Drang. I gotta do it on Nessus. Specifically, I have to do it on a specific planet. How did I not notice that earlier? Okay. All right. Well, we'll do this public event anyway. We're here now, so screw these guys. I hate these guys. Ruined my plan. Wanted to do a mission. I wanted to earn that gun. All right, so I need to just expel these crews that come down, which shouldn't be too bad. This is kind of an area of Earth. Well, the whole area of Earth that you play the game in is called the European Dead Zone. But this is a specific area of the map that is one of your introductory areas, so it's a little bit easier, like a little bit weaker. They scale up things a little bit to keep it at least somewhat challenging for your level.
You're heading to another site.
But this isn't meant to be like the tough as nails part of the game. All right, boys. Where you at? Screw you. Screw you. Screw you. All right, I need to punch people to death, try to get my health back. Who is hitting me right now? God dang. I knew as soon as I started talking about, like, oh, this is kind of the easier part of the map, but I'm like, I'm probably going to die, aren't I? I'm going to screw all this up. Boom. Grenade underneath me. Drop. Punch you to death. Oh, that felt good. That felt good. Moments like that, that's what makes this game. To double jump, and I got kind of like a jetpack jump. Throw a grenade directly on someone's head, then fall down and punch them. Like, that's the heat. That's why we game, everybody. Got these invisible boys. Get out of here. Get out of here. Oh, you did it. All right. Respawn over here. Screw you. Boom. Boys are really in my biz. Get out of here. Get out of here. I'm gonna change weapons. Switch it up for you the second that I have a second away from these people. Because they're gonna change sights in a second. No, or not soon enough though. Get out. Ooh, that's a big boy.
Tricky business, mining glimmer without a drill. Good work.
Just one guy left alone. Oh, no, he disappeared. All right, I'm going to go collect my loot. And that's actually not going to be where I finish off tonight. Because I really wanted to kill a couple people with that handgun that's part of that mission. So I got to go do that, but I got to do that on a specific planet. All right, so I'm actually not going to change weapons then because I really want to do that. Complete that little sub-quest. So it said that I need to do it on Nessus. So I'm going to go to Destinations. I'm going to go to Nessus, which is a planetoid. And see what's up, see what's going on. Anything new going on in the chat? People talking about, photo guy talking about the Lego DC movies, which are great. Talking about loving the Lego stuff. Yeah, the Lego stuff is crushing it right now. Just absolutely crushing it. All right, let's go do this public event on Nessus. So I'm going to teleport in right about here. Photo guy saying ghosts are super specific about how alien murder happens. Yeah, they really have a lot of rules for how to get it done. My fist is a pretty big part of my weapon load. It's weird. This is a whole new style of gameplay for me as well. I normally prefer a slower pace, more strategic style of gameplay. Like, this game is developed by Bungie, who made Halo, and I was never a big Halo player. Even when Halo was in the height, it was something that I respected, I liked, and I understood why other people liked it. But it was just too fast paced for me. Like, I would play it with other people, and like I just get dizzy and sick. I'm like, this is wildly fast paced. Fast paced gaming was never for me until like last year when I played the new Doom. And Doom really kind of got me into like a rhythm of like, oh, okay, stick and move, kill, keep moving, kill, keep moving. And now I'm kind of a little bit more comfortable, and I'm not even going to say comfortable, but like I have more fun now than I did in the past when it comes to fast-paced gameplay. I'm going to steal this. Actually, no. I need kills with this weapon from this species of people. Get back here. Get back here. Get back here. God, why? Yeah, all disappeared. Okay. Well, either way, the public event is starting. Hopefully, this will get me enough kills with this weapon to unlock that special mission. Also, these are the little alien rides, which I dig. And if I wasn't trying to unlock this mission where I kill people specifically with that weapon, I'd probably be riding around on this.
The fault are feeding on that servitor.
I'll still just do a little damage with this thing. Okay, I need to get off this thing because that's going to blow. Come on, health, regenerate, regenerate. There you go. Okay, that takes care of that. Whew. That big boy does some damage. Down I go. Alright. Trying to do damage to the big boy with the grenade launcher, but I really do need to get kills with this little dude too. Oh, here comes in, that's one of the fire subclasses. I always forget the name of the thing. Like a sun subclass. But yeah, they throw like a flaming hammer. Like Thor, but with fire instead of lightning. Oh, and this is another thing these big boys do, is they randomly teleport you. It is disorienting, and that's their point. Whew. Okay, he did not like that. That he or she or it did not enjoy that. Oh, okay. These guys explode. Come on, please explode away from me, please. Thank you. And one of you made it out, huh? All right. Oh, here we go. I'm being teleported again. Hello. How's everyone doing? Good? Come on, come on. Yes. Oh, that random person went down, and that's kind of on me because, I was reviving them and I got teleported. Okay. Well, they revived somewhere else. That's okay. Ran out of time.
Yeah, go eat your ethers somewhere else and don't come back.
Yeah, so like the goal of that mission was to destroy that thing. It was very close. If we had the one extra body here doing it, we could have done it, I think. But either way, we still get rewards because the whole idea there is that we're trying to kill the enemy that's coming in to get things, but we scared them away, and that's just good sometimes. All right, so I feel like I killed a lot of them with that little gun. Well, all right, that's not too bad. All right, I got to start on that objective. That's something. So let's check in real quick and see what's going on the chat. All right, everybody. We're talking about Lego a lot here in this chat room. This, if you were made of Lego, yeah. This, this chat is popping off, but in a weird way. We have not seen the new It. I am interested in it though. I am interested in it, but I also don't like being scared shitless in a theater. Something about it that I'm like, I really want to see it and I want to support it, but also I would like to see that in the privacy of my own home, please. Oh, I'm out of ammo for this thing. I was like, why is this not firing? What's going on? The reason it's not firing is because there's no ammo in it. If I have no ammo, that means that I have not been utilizing my best weapon, my fists. I'm not going to do this right now, but once you're at level 20, you can start patrols, which are kind of like longer missions. No green boxes over here. Green boxes are the ammo that I need right now. Alright, well, I'm going to kill some dudes with my regular weapon. See if I can collect some of the ammo that I need. Oh, that was a green box. I got a little there. To do is kill multiples of them without reloading. That's part of the challenge. So as long as they don't run, and I don't run out of bullets, I'm good. And as long as there's, more than one of them. Here we go. 2 of them in a row. Got plenty of ammo. Shoot that guy just point blank in the face. That'll do it. That'll, oopsie doodle. That's gonna ouchie. I'm an idiot. Oopsie doodle. That's gonna ouchie. Who do I think I am? I don't know if these shank or count as the fallen, which are who I'm killing. I know they fight alongside them, but sometimes it's hard to know how this game classifies missions in terms of what are what. Oh, this is a big bad. This is what's called a high priority target, which is a random target that'll be around sometimes that if I kill will drop a loot box. And I would very much like that. And I would also like to switch to my pistol at the last second, because this is also one of those targets that will count as a special one if I kill him. He had 1 hit point left, and he ran away. God. If I'd have stuck with the automatic weapon, I would have got him before he disappeared. That's the other thing, too. Those high priority ones usually have like a small time limit on them. So that means that if you don't get them within a certain time, they kind of take off. But they periodically and randomly like pop around the world. Like, that won't be the last that I see of him. Or probably will be. I'll just see another identical clone of his type of villain. Kill a few more of these boys and then call it a night here. Shout out to Diana, man, in the chat, and talking to everyone about Lego. Nope, out of ammo. That's about to blow up. All right. Is there... Where am I at right now? I'm going to quick dart over here and do this public event, and hopefully this public event involves some fallen and get a couple quick kills, and then that's it. That's it. That's the hard end of the night. That'll be 90 minutes of live streaming, and if that ain't enough for you, then you really like live streaming. I don't know what to tell. I don't know how to. I got no fun clothes for that expression catchphrase.
Cabal are approaching for resource acquisition.
Ah, it's Cabal. It's not the Fallen. That's I needed Fallen. All right, whatever. It's not going to help the goal, but it's still a fun way to end the day. Are there other people around? Am I doing this alone again? What is going on, Destiny servers? There's no way it's this quiet here this evening. There should be more people around doing random events. Yeah, lots of bad boys. No good boys. Where are my good boys at, you know? I'm gonna go back over here. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that then if I'm alone. I'm gonna see if this event then involves the Fallen, which are who I need to kill with this particular gun. Let's bust out my whip. What's up, boys? Later, boys. Whoop, 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 whoop. Stunned. Actually, it's a bit of a curved wall. Can I stunt up this? Nah, you don't want to let me do like a Tony Hawk Pro Skater. Yeah.
Attention!
Woo!
Cabal mining expedition is on its way. May I suggest discouraging them?
Ah, Fallen Expedition. That's exactly who I need. Come on, not right now, guy. Whoa, okay. All right, we can cool it, bud. Whoop. Don't need that. So I think I need to kill them with this regular gun just to stock up a bit of ammo here first. Or kill people with a grenade or two, or a punch or two, that kind of stuff. Get these fast little, like, scurry parkour guys. Oh, yeah, there we go. We got some randos here with me. Got that person. All right, don't walk right into the laser beam. It's something that I just learned. We're all learning here, you know? Get out of here. Whoa, hey, big boy. Hey, whoa. You don't seem friendly. What's your problem?
They're heading for another site.
Oh yeah, a couple other randos going on here now too. Where's this other site? Where did they go? Where's that dropship? Who am I? Where are my false teeth? Here we go. Oh, it's a party down here, huh? Hello, boys. I brought chips. I didn't actually bring chips. Reload this power weapon because I feel like I'm going to need that in a few minutes. Make sure everything's all nice and reloaded. Whoa, hey. Yeah, we like to party, huh? All right, you know what? That's enough of that. And you die. All right, where is the next extraction site? Then finish this for the night. Once I've done this, gotta catch up on this past week's Ninja Warrior. American Ninja Warrior, it's the finals. It's a hot time, people. If you're not watching American Ninja Warrior, like, I honestly wonder, like, how do you even live, you know? Where are these, like, single shots coming from? There's like one person somewhere taking pot shots at me, and I don't know where this person is. Oh, there we go. Well, there's all the boys now. Oh, boy. That one grenade really messed up their day. That was a lot of kills with one grenade. But that's what happens when you all drop down together in the middle of me, who just doesn't care. I'm in the thick of it. All right. That's pretty good. Got a little loot. Really kind of expected some slightly better loot from that one. Those are two very mediocre items. But that was excellent. These randos, everybody did great. You did great, everybody. This shit is why this game is great. Just me dancing while this dude's dealing with his own problems. A little disappointed nobody danced with me. I'm getting right up in this guy's face. This person needs to dance. Come on, we did it, man. We did it. Oh, you're taking off? You're disappearing into the night. He takes off on his whip. Andrew's just alone here. But you know what? I don't need no friends. I'm a one-man party. Come on, man. You're ruining my dance party. Who's shooting at me right now? This ain't how old Andrew wanted to go. All right, so I'm just checking the last the comments. A lot of stuff about me having a death cult. I left myself get shot to death because I was too busy dancing and reading the chat. But that's just how I do, you know. That's just Destiny 2 life. All right, well, thanks for tuning into the live stream. Everybody who's watching, everybody who's part of the chat. This has been a really fun night. We'll be back with more live streams like this in the future. We have alternating lots of other content on the channel. We're gonna have more sketch comedy. We're gonna have more talking head opinion pieces from me. Come back next week. We're gonna have a special video from. We're gonna have a special jokey video game video from guest comedian Matt O'Brien, who's gonna be doing a little thing for our channel. Matt O'Brien's been on Just for Laughs and done a bunch of other stuff. Very funny man. We're gonna have a video from him next week. But I'd say, yeah, like within the month, we'll be back with some more Destiny 2 live stream. If there's anything that you guys want to see, whether it's more Destiny 2, if there's another game that you want to see me live stream or see on this channel, I know some of you are in the chat right now. If you're watching this later, leave a comment, drop something in the comment. If you like this video, hit like. Even if you didn't like the video, hit the dislike button. I don't care. I just want to know how you feel. So hit like, hit dislike. If you're not already, subscribe to the channel. Hit that little bell icon if you want to be notified when there's new videos like this that go up on the channel. Thanks so much for tuning in, everybody. This is Andrew IVIMEY. You can hit me up on Twitter at IVIMEY, IVIMEY. Live streaming on the Sketch for Superheroes channel for the From Superheroes Network. And have a good night, everybody. Peace.